Have you ever watched a college basketball game and seen a player shift their feet after catching the ball but before dribbling, and wondered if that was a travel? It can seem confusing sometimes, with players spinning and stepping, yet no whistle is blown. Well, the direct answer is no. Moving your feet without dribbling is not always considered a travel in basketball. The crucial factor is how and when those feet move, specifically whether a pivot foot has been established and maintained. This rule exists because players need to have a controlled way to move or reposition themselves on the court without immediately dribbling. The key concept here is the pivot foot. When a player receives the ball, they establish a pivot foot. This is the foot that remains stationary while the other foot can move in any direction. The moment the pivot foot lifts off the floor, before the ball is dribbled or released for a shot or pass, that is when a travel occurs. To understand this in action, imagine a player catching the ball while standing still. Either foot can become their pivot foot, and the other can step. If they catch the ball while moving, they are allowed to steps to stop, pass, or shoot. The first step they take after gaining control establishes their pivot foot. If they take an additional third step, or if they lift their pivot foot before dribbling or releasing the ball, then it is a travel. This allows for fluid motion and strategic play, giving players options to survey the court before committing to a dribble or pass. This allowance is often called the gather step, where a player takes 1 or 2 steps to secure the ball before beginning a dribble, shooting, or passing. This specific rule helps maintain game flow and prevents an excessive number of whistles, which would slow down the pace of play. Understanding this nuance means you can appreciate the skill involved in a player's footwork and decision-making, rather than just seeing a potential foul. So the next time you see a player move their feet without dribbling, watch for that pivot foot. If it stays planted or is lifted only after the ball is released, it is perfectly legal. This intelligent footwork helps players find open teammates, create better shooting angles, or simply protect the ball in tight situations, adding to the dynamic excitement of college basketball.